It is a good idea if each time the eye looks in a specific direction, it is rotated in the same way. Not like looks in that direction and now it's rotated that way, and then looks around and looks in the same direction, rotated in another way. In that case, the picture would get rotated different times all the time, and probably it will be difficult for the brain to envision the picture, to put it all together. So it works like this. When we are upright and not moving about, at least, the eye, when it looks in a specific direction, it is always rotated in the same way. So how do we know in what way the eye will be rotated in a specific direction? There's a way that we know this. It's called Listing's law. It works like this. It goes out from when the eye is looking in the primary position, straight ahead. Imagine that we have a plane, Listing's plane, when the eye is looking straight ahead. And in this plane, we have axes going through the eye for rotation. So, for instance, if the eye shall look to the right, have this axis in the listing plane, and shoop, this will be the rotation, the position of the eye when it looks to that direction. It will not be like that, or like that, or like that. It will be like that. Or looking straight up will be like that. Anyway, how it takes itself there. If it maybe it's looking around a little bit, blah, 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 and going there, it doesn't matter how it moves around to get to this place, it will always be rotated in the same way, in the same position. Not that, not like that, looking that way, like this. Okay. Or if it wants to look up that way, how will it be positioned? Okay, Listing's plane, we put an axis here, and shoop, like that. So that is Listing's law, Listing's plane. And then we have the half angle rule. The half angle rule is how should the eye be moving around to make Listing's law happen? This magic, that it always ends up in the same way. Well, it is because the eye is moving in a pattern called the half angle rule. And that is takes a little while to explain. But look, now we have the eye like this, and the eye is about to look upwards, right? Like that. Now, next movement it wants to do here happens to be to look at the side. Now you would expect it to be moving around this axis, right? Looked like this, looked up, and now this axis. Wrong. This axis will now have been changed according to the half angle rule. What is the half angle rule? Okay, take it again. I will put this here to make it easier. Okay, it's looking this way, it's rotating around this axis now, looking up. Okay, from here to here. You see this angle in between here? Now this axis will move in that direction half of this angle. Half of the angle that this eye moved in this direction, this axis will move in that direction, half, okay? Like that. So now it's like this instead. So now when the eye is moving that direction, this axis has moved a little bit. So the rotation will be like this, which is a bit different from if it had been like this without the half angle rule. Yeah, and this applies in any direction. So say that it shall move like this now, from here. Sorry, here to here. No, sorry, here to here easier. Okay, then this should be changed according to half angle rule for doing next, and so on. I'm not sure if it should be half angle rule that way or that way. Sorry. Half angle rule. And it just moves around like this and everything works. And I don't know the maths or the geometry. I have not done my homework on that. I just simply accept that half angle rule makes listing law work. And why does the eye move according to half angle rule? It's a combination of neurology, the brains and the nerves, and also the biomechanics in the orbit, how the eye muscles are situated and hung up in pulleys and so on, and the eye muscles can also affect the pulleys and stuff, and how they are attached to the eye and so on. All right, there are a few occasions when the listings law is not applied, when it's better not to follow the listings law. For instance, in the vestibulo-ocular reflex, like if I'm moving my head like this, my eyes need to rotate, to compensate so that my image is still. It's still, when I do this, the image is not tilting. I'm still looking at you. Everything is straight. And then when the eye is rotating to compensate for that, it cannot rotate as it should do when you're still. So when you're upright and still, you move according to listings law, but the eye has to obviously rotate in a bit different manner when you're moving about. So, and another situation is in convergence. When you convert the eye excyclotort a little bit, apparently, and that the reason for that is believed to improve stereopsis. So that when you look at something at near, each eye that delivers a little bit different image to your head, so you get a better stereopsis of what you're looking at up close. And then listings law is not applied, because then you want the eye to move in a different way. And lastly, when you sleep, then listing law doesn't apply, but maybe not so necessary. So listings law and listings plane to always get in the same position, however you move your eye to get yourself in a specific gaze direction. The half angle rule, that when you move, in one direction, the axis for the other direction is actually halved by the angle that you just made. Difficult to say, but easier to show. Shup, shup, this is your axis for your next move if you want to move like that. And it goes on when you look around. Thanks.